On this video, I'm going to share with my son an important tip that could potentially save our lives in the event of an emergency. This flight begins with my son and I arriving at the airport at 6 a.m. and I wanted to depart by 7 a.m. But Mother Nature had other plans for us. It was very foggy when I arrived. The visibility at times was down to 0 miles. So I decided to wait till the visibility improved to 7 miles. Hope you enjoy this video. Welcome to Flying Dirty. All right, son, grab the checklist and get it ready for me, please, son. Let's check the weather first.
Prestonsburg, Big Sandy Airport. Automated weather observation. 1408 Zulu. Weather. Wind. Calm. Visibility. 7. Mist. Ceiling. 200. Overcast. Temperature. 17 Celsius. Dew point. 17. Altimeter. 3001.
Run up checklist complete.
Good job, son. Okay, pre-takeoff.
Flaps 10 degrees.
10?
25.
Okay.
Prep, high RPM. Mixture, best power.
Mixture, we're going to lean for taxi.
Fuel pump on.
Fuel pump, okay. We'll go ahead and turn it on before takeoff. Transponder 4064. Okay.
Landing light on.
Landing light is on.
Time note.
Okay, go ahead and write the time on this pad here.
Okay.
Big Sandy, 3620 Whiskey. We'll be taxiing over to runway 21. We'll be doing an instrument departure. Big Sandy. Okay, you'll be ready for takeoff, son?
Yeah.
Okay, because we already did the run-up and everything, so we're ready to roll, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's make sure we have everything set. We're squawking. We got our frequency set. So after we take off, we're going to switch to COM 1. Call Huntington approach. Go ahead and do our timer. Run, okay. Timer set. Big Sandy, Cherokee 3620 Whiskey. Taking runway 21, doing an instrument departure. Big Sandy.
Have a safe trip, my friend, and let us know where the tops are at.
You got it, my good friend. We'll do. All right, let's pay attention to the tops. Okay, you pay attention to that while I fly. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. COM 1. Huntington approach, good morning. Cherokee 3620 Whiskey, climbing through 1,800.
Our 3620 Whiskey, Huntington approach. Huntington altimeter 3001. Ident, stay altitude leaving.
3001, and we'll ident, and we're leaving at 2,500.
So Whiskey, radar contact 2 miles south of the Big Sandy Airport. Climb and maintain 8,000.
8,000, 3620 Whiskey.
November 20 Whiskey. Verify the on-course heading to Tango Victor Kilo for me, please.
302, 3620 Whiskey.
Number 20 Whiskey, Roger. And thank you for that.
Okay, altitude 8,000. This is why, I need you to learn this stuff because it's too much for one person.
Okay, down to 24
Send to
over
panel.
K altitude 17, exit 150.
Okay, now it's going to send it
I
here.
believe you were trying to check on as well. It's going to maintain 11,000. The Huntington altimeter 2999.
So KTVK, go ahead and activate it.
Center Bushing 55, sorry, 5227.
Activate route.
240.
Ballistic 5227, Indy Center, good morning. Descend now to flight level 200.
Okay, now it shows up here, and it's here as well.
14,000.
200
200.
Okay, now what we do is, since we're going direct, we just hit direct, activate direct, and then we can put this on GPSS mode, and now we're going direct. Alright guys, so welcome to Flying Dirty. We just took off of that foggy takeoff in Big Sandy Airport. It's always foggy. Every time we go there, it's cloudy, foggy, rainy. It's the complete opposite of Denver. It's usually dry and sunny in Denver. If you've been watching the channel, you know we've been checking out some properties so we can maybe start our homestead or have a property with animals, and maybe we'll do a garden and things like that. We want to transition over from the city to the country, slowly but surely. So yeah, guys, so here, I'm going to teach Javier. Javier is learning quite a few things, and he's been helping me quite a lot. He does the radios, he's flying very well. But now I'm going to teach him what would we do in an emergency procedure. So here we are on this cloudy takeoff. Not as bad over here as it was over in Big Sandy. Alright, so I'm going to show Javier what to do in case of an emergency situation. So what I have here is my glide ring on the board flight. This glide ring gives me the distance where I can glide should anything happen. So what I like to do is I like to put my fuel prices of airports. That way I already know which airports come up. For example, there's an airport there, there's another airport right there. Okay, and if you squeeze this in, there's another airport there, there's one there. So all these airports are out of the ring except with this one. So we have this airport that is still within gliding distance. So Javier, should anything happen, what will we do?
We would turn around and go to this airport.
That's right. And then this airport would be, looks like Mount Sterling. So one thing you can do is you can get the details. This here gives you all of the details. Tells you that the elevation is 1,019 feet. Gives you the runways. Got 5,000 foot runway there, so it's perfect. And you also have procedures, and then we do approach. So you have an approach as well. So if conditions are bad, you have a few options there for your approach. We'll look at weather. Weather is clear below 12,000, so we know that that airport is in really good condition. So that's what we would do, and as you can see now, we are pretty much right on the borderline of that airport. So, but then we'll be approaching another one. And that's how you kind of look around for airports. And this is why, especially on the Cherokee 6, you know, the higher the better, because the glide ratio on the Cherokee 6 is not really all that great. The Saratoga gives you a better glide ratio because of the wings. And also on the Saratoga, you can climb pretty high. So, you know, I always say that altitude is your best friend whenever you're flying, because if something goes down, you have a lot of time to troubleshoot and find an airport. So if something were to happen, we would immediately turn towards the closest airport. Now the other thing is, it may not be showing in here, but if you, let's say if you're outside of gliding distance from any other airport, you just do the VFR chart, and you see, the cool thing is that there's always private airports. So these airports here are private, but whenever you have a situation like an emergency, those private airports are fair game. Okay, so if you need to use them, you use them. Okay, so as you can see, this is what's great, is you always need to be aware, you should be aware of your surroundings. So right now we've got two private airports right around there, and we have another one just off here. It's a smaller airport, you can tell by the runway. If you click on that, it's Coalfield, and if you click on details, let's look at the runway, and there's the runway. So the runway is 2,200 feet. That's still sufficient for us if we need to make a landing. But those little lines, you can tell by those lines, the way they make those lines, whether the runway is shorter or longer. So that's how you do that. And then here we are approaching another airport within gliding distance. So that's why I like to do this gliding distance ring. And if you can see, down to our left, we have a better glide ratio than to our right, and the reason is because we're getting a crosswind from the right. Okay, so you have a better glide distance to your left. That's what that's all about, guys. Questions?
No.
What about you guys? You have any questions? If you have any questions, leave them in the comment. Hopefully I or someone else can help you. So I can also do the gliding distance rings from my Dyna HDX display, but I like how ForeFlight calculates terrain and wind, and it gives you a more accurate layout. I think the gliding ring is a great tool to have in an emergency situation when every second counts. A simple to use feature that could potentially save your life. I want to take this time to thank all of you who subscribe to the channel, and for those of you who always leave inspiring and thoughtful comments. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and have a great day, my friends.